Skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. I don't know what that is. It's 9 a.m. here in Los Angeles. Wednesday, the 6th of August. Happy Men's History Month, AD 2025. And we're going to get over here on the HakeReport.com. What's up, Coffee Talk with Sandra? She says, I love you too, Hake. Nice. Right on. And I do disclaim everything said on the Hake Report, even stuff that I said, okay? I don't even represent myself. You know that. Not that I'm going to purposely, of course, when I'm aware I wouldn't be speaking too loosely goosey, but sometimes I may go unaware. Lin Yen Chin may catch me going unaware, mouth breather status. And say idle words, so evil. The Devil's Workshop. Pay attention. What's up, Jesse Lee Peterson, Pastor Chatelet, raiding the stream over there on the Rumble crew. Yeah, so I do disclaim it all, okay? Take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Is it me or are the lines filling up? Are the lines filling up? What? Oh, okay. Well, I will be getting to your calls. 1-888-775-3773. Gonna have a fun show. Don't just take everything that you hear with a grain of salt. Take also your thoughts with a grain of salt. Maybe worse than that. Maybe, anyway. Bum. I wanted to play something cool. Is that okay with you guys? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's the Hake Report. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Hake Report. Thank you, Carver, for the tip. I did see the tip come in. I will read your super chats as well, guys. TheHakeReport.com. If you please, and if you don't please, buymeacoffee.com/TheHakeReport. Let's hear what Carver has to say. Is this Petra? Yeah! Oh, it's a Hake Report! La la la! Yeah! Hake Report! So cool. Here, let me do this. AJ Gallardo, are you Hake enough? Thank you, Carver. Sweet, and that was short and sweet. I've played that for you guys once before. It was playing in my head because I reviewed it one time recently, and so I wanted to share it with you because it's so nice, you know? And if we love anybody, we love Carver. So anyway, guys, I think we can just get started, right? Let me just make sure that I turn down the music a little bit. Let's just get right on with the show.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la.
Hey guys!
Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la.
So, how you guys doing? I am fine. You like my shirt? I feel like I'm almost overdressed. Meanwhile, like other hosts dress in like suit and tie and stuff like that. And I just have like a casual, like a vacation shirt or something. It's button up though. I wanted to wear a button up because we have Punchie TV today, okay? Punchie TV on YouTube. And you can call in live on Punchie TV. All right? It kind of amazes me that they can actually do AI guitar solos, says Lord of the Pies. What's up, man? He says that I met him at a, and I may remember it, I'm not sure. Solo wasn't very complicated, though, to be fair, he says. I think I met him at the men's conference in 2019 or 2021 Orlando. Lord have mercy. Okay. Man, is it me or actually, let me just ask the people. It's not like I don't have help out there. May I ask the help to point the fan at me a little bit better? Because I pointed it a little away from me. It's like a little bit warm in here, too. Can you just hit run on the AC? And that'll turn it down to like 70. Yeah, nice, perfect. Much grass. That's short for muchas gracias. Many thanks. It's you, Hake. Yeah, maybe it's the shirt. It is supposed to be pretty warm today. Mid to upper 80s. And out here, that's actually warm comparatively speaking, which is not very warm at all, but nice. All right, so oh, hold on. No. I think that'll fix it. Yes. Okay. Let me talk with Nick in Chicago, Illinois. I think he might be a first-time caller. Nick, thank you for calling and holding, man. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing well as well. Thank you.
So I live right in the Chicagoland area, out in the suburbs.
Nice.
So as I was telling you, we had a crazy situation in church, and I go to like a reform type of church, and it's a good church, and these guys teach good sound doctrine, if you will. We're in the book of Ephesians right now. We're talking about how women need to obey the husband and all that good stuff. So it is, for the most part, very faithful when it comes to that doctrine and what have you. So we're solid, and we really preach against all the wokeness that you see in the world today. So anyways, as me, my wife, and my daughter, she's grown, she's in college now.
Okay.
As we were sitting there listening to the sermon, and it was actually talking about how to raise up your children, again in the book of Ephesians, what have you. Out of nowhere, this crazy guy comes running into the church. He actually got through the doors kind of quietly, and he made himself all the way up to the second row where we sit, and then he starts screaming, "Help! Help! I need medical assistance!" And immediately, my wife, who was sitting in between my daughter and I, she hopped over and then got in between her and this guy. And then I saw what was going on, and then I came around the other side to see what the heck was going on. And I immediately saw this guy just kind of whacked out of his mind. He's got blue nail polish on, and then at the same time, he's got an ankle bracelet on. And he goes to my wife. He goes, "Oh, I got here, but
let me interrupt you briefly,
that's not
Nick.
my own." Yep.
Let me interrupt you briefly, just to tell you to speak up a bit. Speak up a bit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and the first thing he says is that, "Hey, I got here, but I got in a car that's not my own." And he's like, "I think my arms are broken," but at the same time, he's waving his arms all over the place. So I instantly recognized, all right, this is a messed up situation, and it could be a situation where it could be a church shooting. Who the hell knows?
Oh.
So at this point, now you got a ton of guys surrounding this guy. I immediately tell my wife, all right, call 911 right now. This is a messed up situation. So thankfully, the guy kind of calmed down a little bit, and then we got him out of the church, and then we brought him outside, sat him on the bench outside, and then I look over, notice that there's like this beautifully restored red VW bug that's crashed in the ditch, and then the guy's like, well, I stole this car and came here, but I want to be bathed in the blood of Jesus. Can you guys baptize me right now?
He sounds like he was like on drugs or something.
He was definitely. So he was drunk as a skunk. So we realized that.
Yeah.
So again, he stole the car. And then the crazy thing as well, so all the other guys, all the other Christians, they're all gathered around him talking about, do you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior?
They're trying to talk to him about Jesus when he's out of his mind like that.
Yeah. And then I tell these guys, I'm like, you know what? Stop talking to him. Just leave him alone. Let him leave him in his hell. We can't talk to this guy right now. And we're waiting for the police and the ambulance to show up. And the police literally, and this is a small town, and the police literally took a half hour to get there. And then they come moseying over. No sirens, no lights on. We called them, said, hey, we got this crazy guy. He's got an ankle bracelet on. He busted into the church. And, please send help right away. And, again, they just took their time getting there. They finally showed up. They finally arrested this guy and took him out of there. Again, it was just kind of a messed up situation, and I was just really struck by where, all the other guys that were out there with me, where their first thought was, hey, let's evangelize this guy right here and now. It's like I'm thinking to myself, this guy needs to suffer a little bit.
I could totally see, I could totally imagine somebody being, this is from the Lord. The Lord led him here for us to preach to him.
Right.
Yeah. What a mess.
And he looked demonically. Yeah.
So are you having concerns about the church because you saw those guys trying to preach at him now, or?
Well, I mean, I don't have concerns. Yeah,
okay.
I've been listening to you guys for a few years now. So, and I know the message in terms of, it's coming in and seeking that peace from within and being still and having some true understanding is the way to go. Because, there's so many countless examples of people that hoop and holler, and they pray and they read their Bible, but they cry at night. I just see it in my own wife.
And your own wife, you said?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I try to talk to her about working on herself a little bit, and she's good, but definitely needs better understanding to understand just the hell that's within her.
Yeah.
And she tries to make fun of me all the time. Oh, you got perfect peace. I'm like, yeah, I kind of do. No, I really do. So it was just a funny situation, and the funny thing about it as well, we just started doing some like safety training, and
at church.
Yeah.
And, like in case of a shooter or something.
In case of something like this. Yeah.
Okay.
So like a few of us are just passed our test for the conceal and carry license, and the guy who runs the safety team, he's a former cop.
Okay.
And so he's the one running all the classes and everything like that.
That's important nowadays.
Yeah. Because oddly enough, this same guy, we were downstairs like doing the class just a few weeks ago, and then this same guy came knocking on the pastor's door.
Wait, the guy who crashed outside and was drunk?
Yeah, I didn't.
So you've seen him before?
Yeah, I didn't see him though because he was already gone.
But they're familiar with him,
right? So our pastor was calling us and said, "Hey, I got this weirdo at my door asking me to come pray with him, and I saw he had an ankle bracelet on, and this and that, and." So we didn't get a look at him. So we're definitely concerned if this guy's going to continue to come back, and now he got arrested. Maybe he's going to blame us and do something really crazy. Who the heck knows?
Okay.
And if it weren't for hitting that ditch, yeah, you got to be careful. So, yeah. So that's all. I just want to kind of share a funny little anecdote there where, again, it's so funny when you are awake and you are aware. And the first thing that people like go to is, oh, let's evangelize this guy. If I can save him, this will be great. But it's just like, just leave him alone. Leave him in his own hell for right now. Maybe if he comes back correct and gets off the drugs and the alcohol and stuff, we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
But until then, what's the point?
Well, happy Men's History Month,
Happy
Nick,
Men's History Month.
in Chicagoland. I wish you well, man. Appreciate the little story there.
All right, you got it, Hake. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Love it.
Thanks again. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Wow. And David in Ocala, Florida, also a storyteller. What's up, David? Nice to hear from you.
Yeah, I got a story for you, man. Yeah.
Happy Men's History.
You're going to have a disclaimer on this one.
Oh, yeah. I disclaim everything David says. Just not that I disavow it. I just disclaim it.
You're going to disclaim it. First off, that song, that new song you got, it sounds like the group, sort of like Winger. Do you ever remember Winger? Are you old enough to remember the group Winger?
Winger? Winger?
Yeah, they sung that song, She's Only 17.
Oh.
Yeah,
No,
so
I'm not familiar.
Like, yeah, well, you probably were, hold on, you would have been like 12 or 13.
I was getting into Newsboys.
I'm sorry, no, you would have only been, you would have been about 9 or 10 years old when it came out. Like
okay.
That, so you might
All
not
right.
remember it. Yeah,
I was listening to Stephen Wiley, and my friends were listening to Salt and Pepper and stuff back then.
It was a big MTV video.
Okay.
It was back in those hair band days, anyway, I called you because somebody brought up the actor Robert Wagner the other day for white history. I mean, what is this month again?
Men's History Month.
Men's History Month. Robert Wagner. And, Robert, he threw his wife off the boat, man, and killed her. He killed Natalie Wood, supposedly. You know about that, right?
No, I didn't know about that. 95 years old he is, and was he convicted of that?
Yeah, he was married to Natalie Wood, and it was Robert Wagner, Christopher Walken, Natalie Wood, and the captain of the boat. That was all that was on this boat. And
Christopher Walken was on the boat with him?
Mm-hmm, yeah, they had a big fight, Robert Wagner and her did, because supposedly Christopher Walken was hitting on her and stuff, because they've been doing a lot of heavy drinking. And this girl was scared to death of the water, so somehow she ended up drowning.
Whoa!
And they
so
never
he didn't
figured
purposely murder her. He just threw her in the water as a prank, like an angry
prank.
Know.
No, they try to say she slipped and, she went out and got on this little, raft or something in the middle of the night, which is a bunch of bull crap because she was petrified of water. So it's been a long years. They never could pin it on him, okay? You know what I'm saying? They never had enough evidence to put, bring charges against Robert.
Wow.
So if he did it, he's old now. He's about to find out, or get judged whether he did it or not. You know what I mean?
By God.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Death of Natalie Wood, 1981, November 29th. Natalie Wood died under mysterious circumstances within a mile and a half of or on the 50-foot yacht Splendor, moored near the Isthmus, nice word, of Santa Catalina Island. Was that Catalina Island?
I don't know.
Okay, so it was Robert Wagner, Christopher Walken, co-starring with Natalie Wood in Brainstorm, a movie that would come out a couple years later. Interesting. No explanation for the absence of Christopher Walken's wife, Georgianne. Oh, man. So she was not on the yacht when he went to bed. Huh. So, okay. Did you just accuse him of throwing her off?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought I heard you say that he killed.
Well, they think he might have tossed her off, according to the captain. The captain came out years later and said he had his little statement. Because the reason why I called about this too is because Kirk Douglas got brought up. Okay, also. Okay,
Yeah. As a men's
Kirk,
history guy.
Yeah, and Kirk supposedly raped her when she was like about 16.
What a mess.
Natalie Wood's mother took her to a hotel where Kirk was at, and Lana Wood, her sister, was in the back seat, and she was, Natalie was supposed to meet Kirk for a movie thing or something like that. Anyway, Natalie came back all disheveled and crying, and told her mother that he assaulted her, and her mother was like, well, that's the price you got to pay, honey. And Lana, her sister, was in the back seat, and remembered all this. And so what happened was, after Kurt died, Lana, wrote a book and said that, that the truth of what was wrong with her was that, Kirk Douglas had got a hold of her when she was about 16 years old.
What's crazy is that this accusation about the R-word, rape, was first publicized 46 years later, I guess, in a 2001 biography, because this supposed R-word, rape, that they claim that Kirk Douglas did to Natalie Wood was in the summer of 1955. She was 16, he was 38, and so some woman's biography of the actress. And although that book, because in 2001 you could get sued for slander or libel, they never named the offender, the supposed offender. And then the allegation received renewed attention after 2018, the Golden Globe ceremony paid tribute to Kirk Douglas. But several news outlets claimed a 2012 anonymous blog post accused Kirk Douglas. What a mess, huh?
Well, she waited until he died. Lana wasn't stupid. Okay, so hey, I'll tell you who she is.
Isn't that evil though? To wait until somebody dies and then smear his name over something.
Her sister was probably trying to, thought she was doing the right thing. You watch
women always thinking that they're doing the right thing when they're doing evil. So
I know.
And I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that that's like an evil, nasty thing to repeat. Like.
Right.
Whatever happened between them, if it happened at all, and it should have just stayed between them and maybe the mom if she's 16 and wants to cry to mama.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, do you like James Bond movies, right?
I do, yeah. You
Did
know
you
who
ever see
looks
the
like
movie?
James Bond? Is
Who?
yesterday's guest on the Jesse Lee Peterson show. The white guy looks like the blonde James Bond.
You mean the latest guy, the guy that's been doing it for the last 15 years?
Yeah. He looks like a young, based version of that guy.
That guy does an all right job. But
yeah,
anyway,
I thought so too. Anyway, go ahead.
This Lana Woods, Wood girl,
okay.
Man, she was good looking, Hake, when she was young. Okay. I mean, she was.
Lana Wood, the sister of Natalie Wood.
Right. And she was in Diamonds Are Forever, okay, which was what happened. My favorite James Bond movie is On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which was the movie before Diamonds Are Forever. It had George Lazenby in it only one time, okay?
Okay.
Because Sean Connery had an issue, and I think he wanted to stop being James Bond. Well, anyway, he came back in Diamonds Are Forever in 1971.
Oh.
So On Her Majesty's Secret Service was 1969. Diamonds Are Forever is in 1971, and Sean's back. Okay, well, anyway, Lana Wood is in that movie, and these mobster guys take her and throw her off this balcony of this hotel.
Whoa.
And she lands in the pool.
And that's a stunt, right? A stunt.
Yeah, right. And so the gangster guy says, "I didn't know there was a pool down there."
She survives.
So if you ever see that movie, you'll know who she is. That's why I brought that up.
That's funny.
She was smoking hot, buddy. Let me tell you, one of the most beautiful women I ever seen in my life when she was in her prime.
Yeah. Oh, look at
Yeah,
her.
man.
She looks kind of like Wonder Woman or something. I don't know.
That's an older picture of her there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's 82. I'm talking back in
66.
71.
There's a
so
nice
10
one
years
of her in
before that.
66. Oh, pretty.
No, 71. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, hey, did you see that video of that black lady in Walmart reaming that employee out, throwing stuff at him and stuff that came out in the last couple of days?
I might have. Wait, repeat
She says
this.
to him, "My mom's dead," and she throws a freaking bottle at the dude. Anyway, that's your black people out of control, man.
Okay. Interesting.
And I heard this the other day. I heard another one out on the street saying, "We built America," and
brainwashing,
and
man.
all that. And I'm like thinking, okay, in 18, they were terrible in math. Okay, they never, most of them didn't want to listen to the teacher when I was in school. Always disrupting the teacher, giving her a bunch of lip.
So you grew up with these people.
Right. And so they didn't study no math. So what I'm trying to ask you is, what percentage of America do you think was that we had in between 1865 and 1945 when America was built? What do you think they were? 7% of the country?
Oh yeah, probably very small because whites were like 90% of the country in like the 50s, I thought.
Right.
Or maybe.
Right. So how could 4 or 5% of the population build the nation?
No, yeah, they didn't. They did a little bit. I mean, they helped, but they were the help. Some of them own stuff, which is cool.
They helped, and there's good black people and stuff.
Yeah.
But this stuff that they're putting out now, with all this just out of control stuff, all these fighting in restaurants, and just all the stuff that you see on YouTube, it's pretty much out of control. Wouldn't you say?
It really is. Totally.
Why do you think that is? Besides them not having fathers in the home.
Well, that thing is a huge aspect of it, and then the other thing is the brainwashing about the racism, like.
Right.
Anger among them is encouraged, but on every level, from the churches to the mainstream media, to the social media, to the politicians, to their own parents and grandparents and great-grandparents. It's and then the whites and others oftentimes will like kiss up to their anger or tiptoe around them, which is infuriating in itself, and it's not real. It's not nobody's real around them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the people who pretend like they're real, they kiss up and get along mostly. So so basically they're unchecked. They've gone unchecked. Nobody checks them.
Yeah, well, I seen a video of this conference that what is that? God, what's his name? That T.D. Jakes' daughter had this conference up in Atlanta with all these black women.
I didn't know that he had a daughter who was doing stuff.
Yeah, he's got a daughter, man, and he brought her up in church and turned everything over to her, and prayed over her and all this stuff. And man, here's the thing. They say all this stuff. They talk a bunch of stuff, but they hardly ever bring up Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They just keep telling it, this is going to be the year of your breakthrough. This is the year of your,
just feel good mess.
Yeah, just pumping them all up, man. You should go look at that video, man. There's like 50,000 black women. Okay,
Wow.
And I'm not.
So who took over? Which daughter was it? Was it let's see.
It's the young
Sarah
pretty
Jakes?
one you had there in the middle.
Sarah Jakes or Cora Jakes?
What was it?
Sarah Jakes Roberts?
It's Sarah Jakes.
Okay.
Yeah, Sarah Jakes is the one that took over the kingdom.
Oh man.
the freaking family affair. Okay.
Is that her natural hair?
She's a screamer too. Let me tell you, man. It's a wonder if she doesn't lose her voice after every conference or whatever she's got, man.
Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts.
There you go. Yeah,
Mom,
you can tell she thinks she's controlling the house.
Yeah.
her husband ain't, if she's married or whatever.
I mean, she must be married because why is her last name Roberts instead of Jakes? You know?
Yeah, she probably is married.
Yeah.
But she's running the house. I can guarantee you that. Ain't no guy gonna run that girl after being grown up with a rich father like that. She got whatever she wanted as a kid.
Yeah.
That's the last woman you want to marry, is somebody that their daddy just flaunted on them for their whole childhood.
Yeah.
Because the man's doomed. You're doomed if you marry a girl like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, I know you got to go. I got a. What is it again? It's Men's History Month.
That's right.
All right. I elect this. I elect a whole band of Blue Oyster Cult. Okay.
Right on.
Yeah.
I like that one track.
What? Don't Fear the Reaper?
Yeah, that's right. That's the only one I know.
They got a lot better songs than that.
Oh, really? Nice.
Oh, yeah. You probably heard Godzilla, too.
I probably have. It's just, I'm such a musical Philistine. I'm ignorant on a lot of stuff. So I've heard a lot, but don't even know who sang it. So. Yeah,
really, their two best songs are a song called Astronomy, okay?
Okay.
And a song called Subhuman.
All right.
Yeah. So, but, they're from Long Island, New York, and they went to Stony Brook College, and, man, they just, I told you that I saw them in 1979. It was 13 front row.
Yeah.
And they have been touring hard for like 7 years, doing like almost 200 shows a year. And they were so freaking tight. Hake, I've never seen a band as tight as these guys were.
That's cool.
Now they're old and they still tour. And
yep.
I wouldn't go see them. They came to my town about 15 or 12 years ago or so.
Okay.
And I wouldn't go see them because I didn't want to ruin that memory I had of them at 13, because they're old.
Yeah, that's interesting. So
sometimes
you feel like they would disappoint you?
Yeah, it would disappoint my memory of how good they were in 1979. So I elected not to go see them.
Okay.
Yeah. So hey, listen, you have a great day.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for taking my call.
Of course.
All right.
Bye. Wow. Before I get back to the calls, there's one line open. I will get to you guys. I was remiss in getting to the Super Chats yesterday. There were a couple that came in that I totally missed. So Carver said, with 3 coffees, "Sup, Hake, in case you didn't know, that last coffee you read from me yesterday was from the day before. So here's today's," meaning yesterday's. What a mess, huh? I'm a day late. And 3 coffees short for Cesar. Cesar. Jermaine from Canada touched on this already, but yes, YouTube allows soft-core shmornography, especially from female creators. That's right. They probably would, huh? If it's some woman putting her own mess out there, they're going to kiss up to the women. Terrible. But you're supposed to sign, I would think that they would make you sign in for stuff like that. But probably they're getting away with more and more and more. What a mess. Did you know what YouTube, Twitch, which allows softcore shmornography as well? What? That one website that nobody says on YouTube, so I'm not going to say it either, have in only something, have in common with Shmornhub in common. They're all owned or run by, he says ran by, he's Mexican or Latino or something. Juice box, parentheses, Jews. Really? It's all a plot to demoralize the great people of this country, or so they say, shaking his head, he says. And I, of course, disclaim that, but it may or may not be true. I disclaim it. All right? That's his statement. I do notice that they are into that, more shameless about that type of stuff than the Christians per capita. It's striking. It's striking. I disclaim everything I just said, by the way, for the sake of the channel. Says Cesar, have a great day, everyone. Cool sunglasses. P.S. Postscript, which means, according to my mother, I forgot to tell you. Something about Maze is different. She sounds colder. Yeah, I know. That's why I was like concerned about her. I was like, you doing well, Maze? But she may have been just putting on a tone. Because sometimes she'll put on like a funny, strange, weird accent. Not funny like ha-ha, but funny as in an odd accent, just, or affect to herself. But yeah, maybe she's totally fine and normal, and it's just us getting in our heads because she sounds different, and it's been a while. Nice. Thank you, sir. Popcorn's Thump Keg bought a coffee. Couple responses to your arguments defending the Great White Hope, GWH. You obviously differ from him when it comes to women being in certain positions. I don't know what I would do if I were president. Would I appoint women? I don't know. His attorney general, for example, is a woman. That wasn't his first pick, though, Popcorn. But yeah, so you defending the firing on the basis that she is a woman, and as you put it, just look at her, seems silly. But you're missing something, Popcorn, because just look at her indicates that this is no, I'm not a fan of Pam Bondi, but even Pam Bondi doesn't look like this. Pam Bondi does not look like a liberal woman. Probably not necessarily a Trump fan. Would you profile this, a woman with hair like this and a look like this as a Trump fan? She might be. Maybe she's a Trump fan. Because let's face it, if you're not a Trump supporter, you're not objective at all. Look at that. Just look at her. That's not just because she's a woman. This is more than just being a woman. And shout out to her and to gals who look like this, and to women who are not Trump fans, and guys who are not Trump fans. Look at these women. Like, if Trump had appointed her or fired her, I would be like, but wait. Or her, I would be like, but wait, but it's her. That's like a maybe a feminist type of a woman. I could be totally wrong, but I think that a woman like that, Trump usually turns out to be right. Okay, anyway, coming back to his thing. It seems silly. Well, the truth does seem silly sometimes. And it didn't align with his reasoning. When I say just look at her, though, that does align with his reasoning. Because he said that she was political or something like that and rigged the numbers against him. So it does align with his reasoning. Had it been his stance, case closed, he says he fired her because the jobs data was rigged and faked. Yeah, I was listening to the radio yesterday, and a former guest on the Jesse Lee Peterson show was on another guy's show, guy who ran for governor. I voted for him. He spoke at the men's conference one year. Larry Elder. This guy talking to Larry Elder, blanking on his name. JLP interviewed him. Steve Moore said that under her, I don't know if it was under her, but under the Biden administration, she was appointed during Biden at some point. All of the jobs numbers were way overblown by like 1 million or something like that in his favor, all in one direction. Not saying that it was rigged, but it's just interesting that they messed up the numbers to incidentally made Biden look better every single time. So, I don't know. Should he not defend that position and provide some proof? No, he doesn't need to provide proof. Trump is like Cernovich. Do your own homework if you don't believe him. You know? Anyway, in his first term, he tweeted out jobs, jobs, jobs after the same Bureau of Labor Statistics issued a report that over 200,000 jobs were added. It does seem odd to celebrate when you get good news, but when bad news comes, you fire the person reporting it. That's just because being a man seems odd because men are so rare, Popcorn. Hopefully other callers weigh in. I'm willing to be corrected. Right on, Popcorn. That's what I like about you. You're willing to be corrected. Nice. Sweet. And okay, so Greggatron with a coffee. Thank you, sir. Congratulations to Maze for finally calling back. She's something else. I heard her on the Nick show too. Yeah, she called American Anchor, baby. For Men's History Month, I want to celebrate May's husband. He must be one heck of a guy to put up with her for all these years. He's a good man. Shout out. I think you learn to deal with it. I don't know. Anyway, coming up next is the Hake news, not the fake news. Thank you, sir. And this great tip from Carver. Actually, I did see your email, Carver. Of all times, I'm so bad about the emails. It's not good. But I happened to see your email and clicked on the link or copy pasted it or something. And then I see this coffee. Hey, Hake, got a news tip for you from Breitbart. ICE deports 50 Irish migrants, meaning illegals. I think one self-deported. Those Irish, right? Are they white? If they're illegals, are they really white? Making America great again, says Carver. And no, I had slandered, and I do disclaim and disavow my false accusation. Remember when I was falsely calling, what's his name, Irish, and he didn't correct it? Because he's a man. He doesn't need to correct people's slander all the time. ICE, this is from Breitbart.com, the late, great Andrew Breitbart. ICE deports 50 Irish migrants. Anyone here illegally is subject to deportation. I wonder if this is one of the guys who was deported. Looks like an Irish activist. Where is he? Is this in America? Get your flag and mess out of my country. Unless you're Jewish, and you can fly the Israel flag. But if you're Irish, get out of here. Get your Irish, I don't know, something. But look, he's wearing like a beret, almost looks like a communist. Look at that. It looks so almost ethnic, almost Asiatic. It looks like basically the Irish or Mexicans are the whites. I'm kidding around, Irish, a little bit. I'm kidding around. Don't hate me. And the rough thing is that the Irish and the Italians, they identify so much with their identity as, their false identity as Irish or Italian. And so just like the blacks or the Mexicans or whatever, they'll get mad at you because you attacked their identity. What a mess. CNN was talking about LGBT identity. Degenerate. As JLP advises, overcome identities. 5th of August, reporting 5th of August, Neil Munro, M-U-N-R-O, I don't know, reports the federal government's arrested roughly 50 Irish migrants for deportation amid left-wing complaints that they're only deporting non-white migrants, POCs. Well, are Irish white? We can let them think that we're also going after the whites in the face of the Irish. Irish American strongholds of Boston, New York, New Jersey. 35 men and 21 women taken into custody by ICE, per immigrantsjournal.com. Most taken into custody, young individuals who had overstayed their tourist visas. Typical Irish. Typical, like, Mexicans. One of my favorite Mexican illegals, friends, whatever, he overstayed his visa. And then he would cross the border, cross back, and just play stupid. And they let him in. An Irish news site in Boston described one. Are they going to deport that one guy from that one movie who played Bourne Identity? Jason Bourne? Are they going to deport Jason Bourne? I don't even know if he's Irish. It just made me think of it with this thing. A Donegal man lived in Boston more than 15 years, deported to Ireland over the weekend, less than a month after he was detained by ICE, or U.S. Immigration, for violating his visa waiver. 40-year-old man deported from Logan International Airport in Boston, Mass. to Dublin, Ireland, Friday evening. A lot of these are terrorists, by the way, or something. IRA? the father of two so-called American-born children. He made a couple of anchor babies, ages 9 and 10, and a former owner of a small construction company near Boston. It contradicts routine claims of government racism. This is the whole reason that Breitbart's reporting on it, right? By pro-migration, pro-illegal, pro-diversity, communist buzzword, groups, even as it also creates jobs and wage gains for ordinary Americans. The second Trump administration will claim a mandate to decide immigration policy based on xenophobia and racism, flouting principles of fairness, human dignity. This is a quote from evil ACLU. Human dignity, be quiet, and the rule of law. ACLU, Un-American so-called Civil Liberties Union, communists. They claimed that in 2024. And John Oliver, foreigner, TV host. Isn't he a foreigner? He has some strange accent. What the administration is doing is sometimes targeted, sometimes arbitrary, usually blatantly racist and always cruel, he stated in May, as if he knows what he's talking about. Just lying. The left's claim of racism is politically important. It provides an excuse for left-leaning judges, reporters, and lawyers to ignore the exploitative economics of government migration policy. I don't know how it would be other than not racist if you're deporting Irish, says laughed Rosemary Jenks, Immigration Accountability Project. Just a ridiculous argument. You know what? Most of the, they complain about, oh, somebody got deported. Some husband said that his wife got nabbed because she looks Latino. Said something like that in this article. And Latina, whatever. And they pretend like we don't all know that, what is it, 60% or more of the illegals are Latinos? Or is it 60% of the illegals are Mexicans? Not just Latino, but Mexican. Maybe is it 80? I don't know what the numbers are, but it's high. Because it's very convenient for them to just come up and cross the border, and we just roll over and let them come. What a mess. Thank you, Carver, for the tip. Okay, so there's some who are asking for exceptions. Some of them are leaving quietly, hoping for a chance of later return, voluntary self-deportation or whatever, or not trying to fight it in court. There's a guy who came in after being released from a UK jail, came in 1985 for crimes linked to the Irish Republican Army, IRA, because Irish can't get along with each other, much less anybody else. The Fighting Irish. Shout out. I would bite the dust in an ICE holding cell, meaning he would die. This guy Morrison. So he's had several strokes, or at least a few. And I don't envy you. He didn't really want to get deported to Ecuador, South Sudan, or whatever. I'm laughing with him, not at him, okay? I don't envy your situations, you guys. But right is right. So do it the right way. Oh, yeah, here's this one, I think. There's a 32-year-old Cuban arrived in Texas through the humanitarian parole program. Trump eliminated those benefits. This guy lost his work permit and his driver's license. Wow. And so he started driving on Lyft without a license, or being illegal. And he's like, oh, those apps don't make you anything. You get like $8 an hour after gas and eating out. A rough life. We need to return to, I don't know, a bit rougher of a life without all this social safety net mess. Since 1990, investors and the U.S. government, according to Breitbart, have inflated economic growth by importing millions of low-wage workers, apartment-sharing renters, taxpayer-funded consumers, and government-dependent residents. That migration bubble is now being deflated by our greatest president, Trump's pro-America wage-raising economic strategy. I've heard about that a little bit. That's nice. He's also deregulating and other stuff, and the tax cuts, and nice. It is actually a relief, I have to say, when you do right finally. You know you're doing wrong and it's just kind of comfortable, but it's also hell, but you're used to it and you don't want to change. You're fearing of the future, what it's going to be, because, you know, doing right, you got to make a change and you don't want to do that. But it's also such a relief finally doing what's right in your own life and in the country. So shout out to Carver. We bash the Irish on here, but we also love them if we love anybody. All right. So it's all love, you Irish. Okay. I would like to keep up with where I've been. So let me come over here and see where I have been. Thank you once again to Cesar or Cesar yesterday. Again, pardon me, and popcorn too. Pardon me, because that was yesterday. Cesar, coffee, popcorn. Wow, yeah, on shmorn, and popcorn on BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics. Greggatron on Maze, husband. Maze apostrophe. Is that correct, or is it mazes? Or does that hurt your central nervous system, Lin Yan Chin? And a coffee from Carver on the Irish deportations. Very cool. All right, guys. Thank you for bearing with me through that. I got to get to David, a first-time caller from Virginia. I'm going to try to plow through all your calls and not take too long on any one person if I can help it. Thank you, David, for holding. What's up, man?
Hey, Hank. Hake.
I answer to both, but yeah, Hake is
Okay,
correct.
Hey, Hank is good too, man.
Yeah.
And unlike Jesse, he's slow and black. I'm slow and white.
Nice. Same here.
Hey, man. Dude, I just wanted to call because I haven't called you. I've called Jesse a couple times, and I was on the phone with him, and then he run out of time. I said, well, I'll at least give you a shout out to all y'all.
Appreciate
everything y'all doing and everything, man.
Happy Men's History Month to you, man.
Yeah, happy Men's History Month to y'all, man. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're country.
Huh?
You're a country man.
Yeah, I'm a little country, I suppose. So, I got a little accent with me.
You do indeed.
Yeah, I got like 15 brothers and sisters, and we don't all sound alike.
Really? Are they all from the same
Yeah,
parents?
Man. Oh, yeah. Same mom and daddy.
Are you Appalachian?
Man, I'm a little bit of everything, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All kinds of white.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I've been told I've got Indian in me and
Me too.
Italian and some kind of Blackfoot. And
Right on.
I got, man. Cherokee, I don't know. I really don't know, man. I just
same.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I thought that it's occurred to me that people who get all into their ancestry and their race and stuff like that, but they're not close.
Yes.
If they're not close to their own fathers and mothers, or at least love them and don't hate them, or try to skip over them, the people who get into that without their parents, they're lost. They're disconnected from their identity. They're disconnected from like God. Because I think that your closest, like as a kid, it's your parents. And then when you're grown, it's It's God in you. And then, this other vanity stuff about race and the ancestors and ancestry. It's fun, but it's not like a real identity thing. It can have a great influence, I'm sure. I don't take that away from the whites or anybody else.
Man, you ain't got to take nothing from me, man. I mean, see, I keep on living, and I don't, I just like, found Jesse, and then I see you, and I realized, man, I just had anger.
Yeah.
Once I'm starting to get over that, man, I mean, a lot of stuff I see that I always thought was problems around me, that I have it around me because I made it my business. Once I started making it not my business, it's still around me, but I don't see it the same. I mean,
so true, man.
And it's like I'm getting an understanding without understanding.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I'm telling you, man. That's why I said I'm gonna call Hake.
That's so cool.
Man, I just it's like I done called Jesse. I think 3 times I talked to him on his show, and this is the first time I talked on your show because I was trying to call him just prior to calling you, but I guess he run out of time.
Yeah.
Man. Y'all awesome, that's all.
Cool, man.
And I appreciate y'all, man. You got good shows, got a lot of good truth coming out. I mean, and way people take it, they take it. However, man, it's I enjoy it without the enjoyment anymore. I don't know. Does that make any sense?
I think so.
Yeah, because, I mean, like songs, I used to listen to songs. I think I was part of the song, and and now I can listen to a song. It don't, man. It's just crazy. That's what I was trying to tell Jesse last time I called him. It's so crazy, man. I've been going through crazy stuff throughout my whole life, man. And I've had my body's hurting and stuff. I've got a few things going on with my body, and I was pissed off about that. Because, I've worked my whole life, man, since I was 10 years old,
Nice.
And my daddy just, he made us work. And then, it's where I'm getting to the point my body giving up on me, and I was mad, but, man, it's just like all of a sudden, man, it's like my body's moving, and I don't know what's going on. But my body's still hurting, but I don't really identify it to. It's like I hurt, but I don't hurt. I'm telling you, man, something's going on, and it's amazing. Is all I gotta say.
That's so awesome, man.
Yeah, without I know. I don't know what I sound like, my statement or whatever, but I really just don't have a statement. I'm just talking to you, man. I'm just talking.
That's right.
But, and it's good to talk to you. I thank you for allowing my call to come through, man.
Well, that's a very encouraging little set of observations, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, so you welcome, man. If there's anything, you thankful for. I really don't want credit for it, but yeah.
Are you in your 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s or 70s or 20s or 80s or 90s?
I'm in my 50s.
Nice.
Yeah. I always thought I was a reconstructed Confederate soldier.
Really?
I did, man. All them years, I thought I was a reconstructed Confederate soldier. I ain't kidding you. I was like, and man, I know it's so funny, man.
The beautiful
I'm
South.
telling you. But it's been some hell being like that too, and then I realized I'm starting to see the hell, man. I'm like, that gone.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's amazing. Just talk to y'all, man. I'm not kidding.
Cool.
So,
We'll call in any time, David, in Virginia.
yes, I certainly will, Hank. Oh, Hank. Hake.
Hake.
Man,
Shout
I'm
out.
out of high school. Yes, sir, brother. Hey, shout out to everybody. All y'all, man. I don't know who all, I know it was you and Jesse and another fella.
Yeah,
And whoever else, does y'all, just, hey, man, thankful for all of you.
right on. Take care,
So,
man.
hey, okay, we'll call back again, man.
That sounds good.
Y'all have a cheerful day, bro.
You as well, David.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, hey.
Take care.
I apologize, Steve.
You're fine.
Later.
All right. That was fun. Isn't that nice? It's refreshing hearing a simple man. Just say James, if Hake is too tough to say, advises Lord of the Pies. Okay. I got to get to BRANDI in Hawaii. BRANDI. Oops, hold on.
Hello.
Oh, sorry, Mark. I accidentally got to you first, but BRANDI in Hawaii. BRANDI, thank you for calling and waiting. Happy Men's History Month to you.
Happy Men's History Month.
Thank you.
How's it, Hake?
It's going well.
This is my first time caller.
Nice.
For you.
Right on.
Yeah,
What an
isn't
honor.
that crazy?
Yeah, it is. That's cool.
I'm nervous.
And you made men's history.
Yeah. Oh, I did, huh?
Yeah, by being a first-time Hake caller on Men's History Month.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So, I'm calling. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm calling because you guys agree with everything that Jesse says?
Pretty much, yeah.
I guess that's, so when I called earlier, I was talking about that black girl that I commented on.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I heard that
So
call.
the beginning,
So just for the people who may not have caught Jesse, BRANDI in Hawaii called into JLP's show today saying she commented to a black gal who put out a video talking about being angry or something like that. And then BRANDI said, "You're angry, you need to forgive your mother." And then this set the black gal off, who made a whole video or three in response to BRANDI, calling her racist and calling her all kinds of whiteface or all kinds of names, to the point where BRANDI's like, "I'm going to sue you. You better take these videos down." And so BRANDI called JLP saying, "Isn't that crazy? Blacks are so psycho." And then JLP
I didn't say psycho.
JLP turned it back to BRANDI. "Why did you say that to her?" And she's like, "I just wanted to be friendly and help." And then, but that friendliness and helpfulness attitude went away when this black gal snapped back at the white gal, and she caught that anger. So, yeah.
And you'd be a great storybook teller to your kids. You're going to do a great job. You will. So, when I call in the mornings, it's like, it is 7 o'clock now. So it's like 4 in the morning. And it's hard to get my thoughts together that early, too. Plus, I have anxiety talking to people out loud, you know?
Yeah, I do.
So I was sitting here thinking about it, and that's why I'm calling you back, because I'm like more awake now too. So the video was about, like, she was talking about writing a journal on how to overcome her narcissistic mother. And yeah, so I commented, you know, how do you write a journal about overcoming your mother? Like, I'm really want to know, because I can't even seem to write a journal at all about anything. So what I said wasn't really that bad, and then she commented something, I don't even know, because it's like all deleted. And I'm like, wow, you seem very angry. Yeah, so there was more to it that I didn't tell earlier because I wasn't like awake enough to. I don't have enough time. I noticed that I have to call at 4 in the morning and I wait for a while, but I don't have enough time to like always put my thoughts together on what I want to really say. But and then I lose track of what I'm saying. That's like the ADHD part. So do you so the part I wasn't really mad that she didn't like what I said. It's that she took a video and twisted what I said and then started slandering me. Like she deleted the video pretty fast. I don't remember everything she said, but it was like she took it and totally twisted it and spin it. And that's why I threatened to sue her. It's not, it's not like I really want to go sue her. I mean, people in your comments, Jesse's comments are so mean.
it's the snake pit.
Yeah.
You
so
act like
mean.
you're new to
like,
the
man,
internet. But I totally get it.
I know.
I totally get it because you see it happen to other people and you're not identifying with the other people, but you identify with yourself. And so when it's about you on the internet, from whether it's the snake pit
it's like, what the heck?
or this gal, you're like, but that's the only reason that it's shocking to you is because you're identifying with yourself, which is a selfish thing.
Okay. So what should I have done? And like, okay, what I know, okay, you're going to say you shouldn't have commented at all, right? That's what Jesse would say.
Well, never mind what you should have done. Never mind what you should have done. Just what should you do now? Because what's done is done. Like, there is no, I don't know what you should have done.
But like for future, I think that's why I asked, is like for future, because it seems like, and then like you guys.
Never mind the future either, though.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
But yeah, I get it. Oh, you guys make me think too much. I always think it's going to come out a certain way, and then it doesn't, and you make me think, which is great. I love it. But,
I feel like I totally get where you're coming from because of this shocking attention that you're getting.
Yeah.
It's just, but it's kind of like a thrill that you're holding on to. And it's really not the big deal that you think it is. Let's say you ignore it from here on out. It'll go away.
Okay.
It's like what Cernovich and JLP advised for what Joey Swole went through. Let it go. Don't even mention it anymore. Don't even.
Okay.
If the thought comes into your mind, let it plague your mind without carrying out anything to make yourself feel better about it.
Yeah, you guys probably get a lot of crap talked on you in the comments too, huh?
Indeed.
Like,
indeed. And
like,
sometimes
was I really that bad?
Sometimes they're a temptation, meaning a temptation to react to or feel something about. And sometimes I don't think anything of it. And it's like it's happening to somebody else. It's not even happening to me.
Okay.
And wouldn't that be nice? Isn't that the sensible way to live? Oops, I gave unsolicited advice to this gal. Or oops, I guess this was not what she wanted. Leave it alone, whatever. It's so much more.
Yeah, and I would have. It's just that she took the video and then drug it out. I would have been like, okay, no worries, in the comments, like, sorry.
Yeah.
But, and I understand it's like my ego, I guess, but she took it and was like,
you're getting into your
this
head.
white girl. And
are you getting into your head that it could hurt your business or something?
That and.
Or did I just make you think of that right now?
No, it's that. It's just slandering me, like coming back on me at all. I don't want, because I didn't even say anything bad. You're like taking my words and twisting it. But yeah, it's like I guess I shouldn't have an image. Like, who cares? I own a business, right? Like, nobody knows me, really.
Yeah.
But like with black people, like you guys, Jesse says you got to stand up to black people, and that's also why I was like, maybe black people I noticed that they like to talk smack, and then, but if you do it to them, totally narcissistic people too. They can dish it, but they can't take it. So she'd be like, cool, saying, you know, if it was the other way around, she said, you know, I'm going to sue you. It's just like I'm kind of giving her own medicine, like making them think. That's why I said the suing part too. Because yeah, they need to know that like white
they don't
people
need to do
aren't
anything
gonna
but
take their
stay
crap
black.
anymore.
They don't need to do anything but stay black and do something. You know that saying?
All right.
I don't need to do anything but
Yeah.
stay black and die.
Yeah.
They don't really. At first you said what you said wasn't even that bad. Now you said that it wasn't bad at all.
Well, I don't think it was bad at all.
What you said,
But-
it's not about what you said. It's about why you said it and when and the circumstances of you saying it.
Okay.
Right? Because she didn't like
Yeah.
JLP established with you, like you established with JLP. She didn't ask your advice, and you gave unsolicited advice.
Well, her video was kind of asking for advice. Like it was.
Okay, so
that
let's
was a piece
okay,
to
so
it,
let's
saying
pretend.
she used a journal, but
I'll pretend with you because I don't know. I'll pretend with you that part was fine to say because
Okay.
she was. Let's say she was asking for advice. I'll pretend along with you she was asking for advice, and I'm saying pretend just because I don't know. I'm not saying that
Right.
it was or wasn't. From there, she rejected it.
understand.
Okay. You don't engage anymore. She rejected it and slandered you or whatever, or libeled you. Let's say she responded in a comment in a nasty way, and then you said, "Oh, you really have anger," or something. You responding to her was a
Okay.
mistake.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I
because
just won't
once
do that
once
part
she
anymore.
rejected it, then you leave it alone.
Okay.
Isn't
gotcha.
that like a mature and sensible way to handle things?
Right.
I notice that it's so common on the internet for people either never to see, or if they see it, they just don't respond to arguing. You'll see people responding and arguing, but you'll see some people not responding and not arguing. And it's very common, and that's something that is so just mature about that and sensible about that. Because you can't really respond and argue with everybody.
Right.
And you shouldn't really respond or argue with practically anybody. Either
Okay.
they see it or they
Yeah,
don't.
I
Either
agree.
it may, because the fact that you engaged with her further distracted her away from the truth that may have been in what you first said.
Okay.
You notice that?
Yeah.
Like when I'm arguing with my girlfriend, if I had one, and I say something that I think is true about her, but then she starts to argue with me and I get into an argument about her, the first thing that I said is totally forgotten and lost because it's in an argument and ego battle.
Okay. Yeah. I do catch that even with like my spouse and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll catch it. But I was yeah, just wondering how to
The blacks aren't-
deal with the
That black gal is
Yeah.
not really different at heart from you.
True, because we do have a lot in common. I actually really liked her because we seemed like we had a lot of the same childhood, so I could relate to her.
Yeah, and I'm not saying...
But
I'm
and
not-
I think that's why I
talking about-
wanted to help her.
But I'm talking about like the evil spirit.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
yeah.
I know. I see it.
It
Yeah.
is so common to stay on like an ego trip and want to spread the truth to people and share and help people, but it's really that intention, even though it feels like a good intention, it's not to be trusted within yourself.
Okay. I'm going to watch it more. I'm going to start trying to listen to your show and call in more.
Nice.
I'm more awake during this time.
Yeah. I know Hawaii is you're 3 hours behind us. So it's like 3 in the morning we start the show.
Yeah. And I've been up since 2. So I'm like trying to get my thoughts together still even at that time because it's like I barely slept.
Yeah.
But
make sure you get your rest,
I can't wait for
though.
the time to change.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I want the time to change.
When we
back.
fall back. Yeah, falling back is
we
probably
don't
better.
do time change. Yeah.
Oh.
We no time change here.
Oh, so you're 2 hours behind us during standard time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So you
so
start
then we'll
at
start at
4,
4.
and it's like so
and
much
4
easier.
is much more reasonable.
Yeah. For me,
Yeah.
maybe not for you guys.
But you ought to, in general, for the sake of your health, ought you not get your sleep? And then you could just podcast.
I try to go to sleep early.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of times I don't call in. I call in like maybe once a week if I can, but it's hard.
Yeah. Well, it's great
hearing from you, Brandi. I know you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you guys have a lot of callers, so I'll talk to you later on.
Sounds good. Take care.
All right, thanks.
Bye. Oh, and now I have Mark in Los Angeles, California. Mark, thank you, man.
Yeah, happy Men's History Month.
You as well.
And I want to give out my entry for Men's History Month to Father Charles Coughlin, Catholic priest. Not sure what state he was from, but he was on board on the Jewish question. He was a true Catholic.
Oh yeah, those Catholics, they do not get along with Jews a lot of the time.
Because they killed our Lord and Savior. You know that.
But that doesn't make sense. But go ahead.
Well, that makes sense because it happened.
I know, but it's not a reason to. It's not a reason to hold that against them.
No, because they still deny his being the Son of God to this day.
But that's their problem. It's not our problem.
Well,
other than that they influence our I get that they influence our culture. That part is it's like degenerating our culture in many
Well, they
respects.
killed our Lord and they're killing his memory in every
That's
way.
impossible.
And I'll tell you,
this little light of mine.
Okay, I just wanted you to know that there's a new edition of Jesus Christ Superstar, the play from 1970.
Okay, I've heard of it.
And guess who? First of all, 2 Jewish producers, so 2 Christ-hating producers. And
was it originally like a Jewish thing?
No, not that I know of.
Was it kind of honoring Jesus originally?
Well, a lot of Christians took offense to it.
I would think so.
70,
because it seems kind
of came out, but the other side said they were glorifying him. But the one in 1970 wasn't like the evil that they're doing today. They got a lesbian black woman who's uglier than Maze, and they're having her.
Maze is beautiful, so it's not hard to be uglier than Maze.
Agreed. To play Jesus, they got this.
A black woman is playing Jesus.
Yeah, she's a lesbian and about as ugly as any.
I heard about this. Maybe. Okay.
Yeah. 2 Jewish producers, so we know where it's coming from. And one, I haven't got to my point yet.
Yeah.
But I have some constructive criticism for you.
Okay.
Maze offers nothing to your show. I know you think she's funny, your favorite caller, but she's seriously stupid. She's Maxine Waters on crack. Okay, she's Maxine Waters on crack. She offers nothing.
I think she's better than Maxine Waters.
Pardon?
I think she's a better person than Maxine Waters.
Well, she's Maxine on crack.
So a good
Maxine. Maybe
Maxine
would be good on crack. I don't know. But I know that...
Because Maxine Maze does not do drugs, FYI, just for the people.
Well, I know that when she's attempting to leave the show and everybody's clapping, you find reason to keep her on.
Oh, yeah, because she says stuff that I have to argue with.
She offers nothing, Hake.
All right.
She's low IQ. She's nobody wants to hear her, except for a few crackpots in the chat. But most people can't stand when she comes on.
Okay.
Last month when it was White History Month and she didn't call, I loved it. But anyway, to get to my point.
Yes, sir.
Nick Fuentes. I'm getting to like that guy more and more. I never really paid much attention to him.
Okay.
But I think it was yesterday or very recently, he went on the attack against Matt Walsh because Matt Walsh attacked white nationalism. He gave the ADL view of white nationalism. He said there's been 3 attacks on people by the white nationalists in recent times, he claims, and there were 80 victims, he claims. I'm talking about Matt Walsh. And he went on to say that any person or persons connected to the white nationalist movement should be, disowned. Nobody should have anything to do with them. They're evil. And what I loved Nick Fuentes' response. I can't really say what he said because it was profanity laced.
Yeah.
But it was right on. Matt Walsh is a sellout. He works for the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro's thing, whatever it is you call it. Matt Walsh never talks about Israel, and now he's on the attack against white nationalists. And when it comes to mainstream conservatives, I used to really think a lot of Tucker Carlson, but for 30 years that he's been on TV and in business, he's never talked about the Black Plague and the invaders from other countries that are taken over, up until recently. And in a recent speech Carlson gave, he wants to deport all 60 million illegals. And that's how many are here. It's 60. I don't know how much that brain-dead Biden let in, but there's 60 million of these invaders weighing us down.
So Tucker called it 60 million?
Yep, he sure did. If you watch your competitor's show, you'll see it. But the point is, the reason I bring it up is because Tucker's been in the business for 30 years. White people are only about 55% of the population in this country that we built, that we ran successfully as the most progressive, and I don't mean liberal progressive, but the most advanced white Christian country in the history of the world. Now we're down to only 55%. That wasn't done overnight. It was done over decades of selling out by the Republicans who want cheap labor and the Democrats who just despise the white race. And Matt Walsh sold us out. And as far as Tucker's concerned, he's way too late. We got 60 million of these demons in our country, and now he's complaining.
I don't know. I think that Matt Walsh is an okay guy. He's just hit and miss on some of these things.
No.
Personally.
When he attacks white nationalism, he's attacking you and me.
But I'm
he's
not
attacking
necessarily
every white man with a.
But it's typical for normie people like him to attack white nationalists. And so
Why?
it's like, I don't hold it against him. Trump really condemn? He said, I condemn the white supremacists totally, or something like that.
I can tell you one thing: we're all voting for him.
Right, I get that.
So he's
and so you don't hold it against Trump. Why hold it? I mean, I get that Matt Walsh is no Trump. I'm just saying that you definitely can. It's fair for you and Nick Fuentes to bash Matt Walsh. I just don't see him as too bad of a guy. And then, Tucker, I kind of give Tucker the benefit of the doubt. Like he didn't know. I don't know. Maybe he really changed. You know what I mean?
Too late.
But it's never too late. We're Christians.
I don't know. With 60 minutes of these.
Are you saying that he's doing it late just because it's trendy and he's not to be trusted? Is that what you're getting at?
Well, I would say he was derelict in his duty.
Oh, okay. That's
derelict in his duty as a white man and a Christian.
And as a journalist. Because he's supposed, and as a journalist, because he's supposed to tell us what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm not going to turn on Tucker.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying in regards to him is that he's too little, too late. We got 60 million of these demons in our country, and now he's upset. Okay, now there was another point I wanted to bring up. Unfortunately, it looks like this isn't what it was, but it looks like these lawsuits by the criminals in California that run this state are getting, they're actually affecting everything in the MAGA movement. what I'm getting at, Trump wanted to cut off federal aid to this criminal state for refusing to work with ICE. A judge said no. Of course, if I was Trump, I would ignore the judge. And then we got a couple of crackpot black judges who hate white people that were appointed by Biden who are saying it's racist to deport these devils. These people hate us. They're in positions of power they were never meant to have.
Yeah.
California is a criminal state, and Trump needs to ignore the judges and take this state down. I don't care if it means I'm going to suffer because I'm here. What Gavin Newsom and Bass are doing, they should be in jail. These judges should be in prison, and these illegals should be rounded up by the millions and deported out of here. Anything short of that will be our destruction as white people, and that's exactly what they want. They want our destruction as whites. You know, that call you got before me from Hawaii, can you explain to me what she was talking about? Because I didn't get it.
Oh.
I could explain, because, you take a lot of calls.
Yeah.
And that other guy from Virginia, I thought that was Jeff Mumbles. I couldn't even understand him. You got to put people on that are, speaking the truth, that are going to bring you an audience. All you do is you kill your audience with people like Maze. 90%. I know there's people that, a few oddballs that might like her. Most people can't stand her. And the other thing, too, I was happy and glad to hear Kentucky John.
Yeah, me too. That's been a while.
I know he's a white hater. We know he hates whites. But there is a chance that you could save his soul through Jesus.
Nice.
And when I told him that about a year and a half ago on your show, he took offense because Satan controls his soul.
Yeah.
I hope you're listening, John. If you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. I got nowhere with Ronnie. Ronnie hides behind Mr. Baldy and talks crap. So maybe Kentucky John will have the guts to want to talk. He's got to get out of that cult he's in. The Israelites are a cult of demonic proportion. And he should know that by now. Just look at their leaders. Look at who these people are, And that's all I got for you, Hake.
Thank you kindly.
If you have any questions, let me know. And if John calls back, tell him I'll talk to him again.
That sounds good. Thank you, Mark.
Happy Men's History Month.
You as well, sir. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. And Alex in California is on the line over here. Alex, thank you for calling and holding, man.
Thank you, Bear. I've been trying to get in since, what was it, the last day of White History Month.
It's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's good to hear from you. Happy Men's History Month.
Thank you. Just catching my breath here. I'm moving stuff around in the studio.
Nice.
So I got a mixed bag today. First thing is kind of a tongue-in-cheek, but it's actually pretty serious, too. And this was going to be my White History Month contribution, but now we're in Men's History Month. So that would be Thomas Crapper, the inventor of the toilet.
Okay. And is that where that word came from? The C-R-A-P?
I believe so.
Man, what a shame.
And I think his middle name was John, so that's why they say I'm going to the John.
Really? I got to look this up. Cool, man.
But he's a white man.
Yeah,
and,
that is white history because that is, and men's history because that is civilization.
Bro,
right there.
Come on. Who doesn't need a toilet?
Right.
Shout out to the whites.
Yeah, indeed.
And then my other thing was going to be about the millions of illegal Mexicans. So we're up to 60 now?
According to Mark, I hadn't heard that number. It may or may not be. And he said that Tucker said it. So I don't know.
Right.
But whatever.
So my last default number was 20, but that was years ago. And then the most recent one I heard was about 40 to 45. But I mean, it's all just numbers. But anyway, my little joke about this goes to Maze.
Okay.
Let's just say 60 million. So there's 60 million illegal Mexicans here, and we still don't even have Mexican fatigue, Maze. We only have black fatigue. So what does that tell you about black people?
Yeah, it's not as wide. There are people who are sick of them, but it is definitely not as widespread as the black fatigue thing. That
No,
is
they
so
don't
true.
have a hashtag quite yet.
Yeah, that's a fact. Wow. Maze.
And then a little bit more serious, kind of a philosophical. I want to use like metaphors. I was driving home the other day on 101, and I'm sure it's the same for you. It gets locked up, bumper to bumper, and there's seemingly millions of people out there, right?
Yeah.
I was just thinking like about anger and how each one of us, has anger and is dealing with it or whatever, struggling. Like imagine you sitting there in a locked up freeway of that many people. Every one of them has anger. And it's just like a visual representation of a small piece of the world right there of how much anger there actually is. And it's actually kind of crazy if you think about it, like where that all goes.
Yeah.
Because when like someone who's angry has bad energy, they walk into a room, you can feel it.
Yep.
So obviously it goes somewhere in reality, or at least somewhere tangible where we can feel it.
Yeah.
So if we have a mass of like that many people locked up on the freeway, just as an example, like where is all that anger going?
That is so interesting to ponder.
It's a lot of it.
Yeah. Speaking of the roads, somebody made a comment I was listening to the radio, the news, and they were talking about when there's one accident in an area, it just seems to cause more problems in that area. Other fender benders may happen because of the slowing down and the distraction and the extra obstacles, and just a crew of mix-ups and pile-ups and accidents start to accumulate in that one area versus places where there are no accidents. It's kind of like to him who has, more is given in a bad way. So,
Right.
and the same thing with anger too. If you're angry and then somebody responds to you, like with Brandi's situation, Brandi felt sorry for or judged or felt an affinity with this black gal who was angry and gave her unsolicited advice, got a nasty response and started responding, and it just spiraled out of control, and other people judging her in the snake pit. There's no telling what goes out of control with a group of devils. So,
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then the second little half of that metaphor with driving is kind of like my own story with anger. I used to be real quick to get angry, and it would take me a long time to get over it. So for me, I'd say it used to be like driving over a hill. Now it's more like a speed bump where I'm slowing down. There's a bit of a jolt, a little more slow speed, and then I shake it off. And what I'm aiming for is anger to be like a pothole where you just, oh my God, what was that? And then you're over it, and you're gone, and you're moving on. So I don't know if that's helpful for anyone else, but that's kind of how I'm looking at it. And I notice other people are still kind of driving over the hill, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Most people are like that. So I'm just trying to get away from that completely.
Nice. Yeah, it's cool. There was something yesterday. There was like a temptation I ran into yesterday with this anger thing. And there's like a temptation to be defensive, to lash out, to be overly critical of yourself, to all kinds of different things, responding. Some type of response to feel better, to get away from it, not to look at yourself, and it's kind of nice to do right with it, which is like just let it come and go, plaguing your mind, while just not being too distracted by it, if that makes any sense. Like, do your work. And it pops into mind, and it bugs you, like you feel it, and then it goes away too. So nice.
Yeah, and then the last thing I kind of had, which is the opposite of what we're talking about, is being more degenerate. But I was just thinking, this is like the second time we've had Trump, and the first time we had Trump, it kind of felt like it was almost wasted. Like we had our time, and it just slipped away through our fingers like sand.
Yeah.
And I think this time around, it's probably our duty as white people to start having a little bit louder mouths and responding. Like I know you're just saying don't respond and go on with your stuff, but like right now I'm kind of making it a little bit of a fun project to respond to every angry racist quote unquote black woman that I'm encountering on social media. So just kind of clapping back at them. I feel like it's kind of necessary because the left has had plenty of time to just be very abusive and try to destroy us. So I don't know if anyone is willing. I think it's our time to respond to all that, kind of turn it around.
Okay. Interesting
Whatever that
advice,
means to
man.
anybody.
Yeah. Well, it's good to hear from you, Alex. What's that?
That's all I have for you today.
Oh, cool, man. Happy Men's History Month.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Alex in California. Time to respond. I don't know. He might be right. And he may be wrong. William III in California is on the line over here. What's up, William? Thanks for calling.
Hey, James. How you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
Boy, man. Look, the shirt, man. The shirt.
You like it?
It fits on. It's cool. You got the look. I see you ironed your lapels. Okay.
I didn't, actually. It came like this. I haven't ironed anything. I don't even own an iron. I have a steamer, and I push my shirt up against the pillow.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But I haven't even steamed it or anything. I had one that it was really wrinkly, more like a Hawaiian shirt. It was more open, but I wasn't sure. It was like too wrinkly. I'm like, this is too much.
It fits good.
Yeah. You seem like you're borderline laughing at it, though, or full-blown laughing at it.
Well, I picture you walking backstage with a briefcase and some white Ray-Ban sunglasses with that shirt, and top it off with some what are those, blue stripes or black? That navy blue?
I think it's black, actually. Now that you point it out, these are black.
Some black bell-bottom slacks with some little white belt going around it, bright white, snow white belt with some matching loafers, white with some white Ray-Ban sunglasses, and you're the manager of Wayne Newton.
That is funny. So, in other words, you're calling me. I can't even repeat the word.
kind of like that '70s thing. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nice.
It's all right.
I figured that it would at least be fun, like a conversation piece.
It's a nice shirt, James.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And I give my contribution for White History Month. I got 3 people. I'm going to do it real quick so we can get some of your calls.
Cool.
All right. Let's type this in. Wilton, Norman, Chamberlain.
Okay. Oh, wow. I wouldn't have known. Also known as Wilt Chamberlain. Is he that one who was really tall?
Yeah.
7'1"?
Mm-hmm.
He was a footer, as Shaq used to call them. His fellow.
One of the greatest.
Born in 36, died in 99 at the tender age of 63 years old. Number 13.
Yeah.
LA Lakers,
problems.
right? Say again?
Yeah, dental problems, tooth decay.
Did that lead to like a heart disease type of a thing? I've heard that's bad for your heart when you have bad teeth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Probably the strongest athlete in organized sports.
Wow. Physically strongest, you're saying? Wow.
Straight A student, University of Kansas, Overbrook High School. What's that? Philadelphia.
Yeah. Born in Philly, the city of brotherly love in the 30s. That's wild to think about.
Used to hold all. He pretty much held all the records in the books for years, many years.
Yeah.
He played against some pretty rough guys. Bill Russell, Artist Gilmore. Bill, I don't think Bill Walton, but yeah, he played against in a rough era of the NBA.
Very physical, huh?
Yeah, it was, and he's a good athlete. Played a lot of sports, professional volleyball. I think he owned the league.
Oh, wow.
Beach volleyball in California. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain.
Thank you for the contribution.
Yeah, he's the only one to hit 100 points in one game.
I didn't know that. That's a lot of points.
Yeah. So the second person, I'm going to go with Rush Limbaugh.
Nice. My former competitor.
Yeah.
My original competitor.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, yeah.
I really respect Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, me too.
My dad and everybody used to listen to him.
A lot of the older guys listen
quite
to
commonly.
him.
Yep. Born in 51, died in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Rush Hudson Limbaugh III. Is it Limbaugh or Limbaugh? He died at the tender age of 70.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a sensible man. I didn't know, but he, according to Jesse, he interviewed JLP on his show, I think, and I was not aware of that.
Maybe
JLP is, I guess, sort of friends with David Limbaugh, not necessarily a Trump fan, but
all right,
his brother.
And my third and final is going to be Steve Garvey.
Ah. Who is this? Baseball, first baseman. Hey. That one, of course, right?
Yeah.
Stephen Patrick Garvey. Ooh, Irish. He's 76 years old. Former professional Major League Baseball back when they were based. Played first baseman for the Dodgers and the Padres, San Diego. 69 to 87. Oh, you know what? Oh, a Republican, by the way. Wow. I wonder if I had heard I feel like I might have heard his name before, and I would have been maybe somewhat familiar with him in the 80s.
I think he was running recently. Yeah, recently he was running for something during this last past election. I don't know what he was running for, but he's in California politics.
Oh, that's him today.
Yeah.
Okay. October 2023, he ran for Senate, U.S. Senate from California. Oh, I probably voted for him. If I voted in the whatever.
Oh, yeah, I did.
I'm sure I did vote for him, actually.
Yeah,
he was a mere 3,500 votes or less behind Adam Schiff, Shifty Schiff. And had we not had all these anchor babies, these illegal aliens anchor babies, he would have won.
Wait a minute, how many votes?
3,500.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
That is that is striking distance. Shifty Schiff.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'd give you a little, one of your callers a little bit of advice. There's a lady in Hawaii. I know that she called in a couple of times about her black girlfriend.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I see your intentions, and it's all cool, but somebody trying to be blackety black in Hawaii, zero impact. And there's a story, I think this would probably make her feel better, and it'll make her understand what she's dealing with. You remember the poem about the snake?
Yeah, that Trump used to read. You knew I was a snake before you let me in?
We used to have that poem when we was a kid. When we were little kids, they used to read that to us.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it's kind of funny that they were reading this poem to us as little kids. But it would make you understand some things in life.
True. Very true.
At the end of that poem, it says what? You can pull it up. You can pull it up. It's easy poem to figure out. A snake was sick.
Shut up, silly woman. You knew I was a snake before you let me in. Something like that, right?
Yeah. Well, she said, oh, my God, you bit me. after I made you better. I'll cut it up. The snake was sick. Snakes don't survive in cold. She nursed the snake back to health.
Uh-huh.
And then when she turned, she looked up, and one day the snake was feeling better and all of that, and all of a sudden the snake bit her. And she says, oh my God, I'm going to die, something like that, And the snake responded, yes, you just might die. But after all, I'm a snake.
I wonder if this is the same poem that I'm looking at. I'm trying to.
It's
a long poem.
It is.
Let's find out. Donald Trump's favorite poem, "The Snake" by Oscar Brown Jr. Is that Oscar Brown Jr.?
Yes, that's the poem.
I think this is the one. Poor half-frozen snake. I'd opened up a different one, I think.
Yeah.
She wrapped him all cozy in a comforter of silk. I saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, but why? Take me in, tender woman. And aren't these liberals phony tender women? And you know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew darn well, he said damn well, I was a snake before you took me in.
Right?
Wow.
So,
take me in, tender woman.
Yeah, so there it is. Just consider the source.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm going to have to piggyback on Greggatron with this character in Dayton, Ohio. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Somebody has to come out and say it. That's a shame. She sounds bad, too. You sound bad, man. And they are American Indian, not Native American.
Thank you.
And anytime you have to find out and pull up fossils and bones and history and all of this kind of stuff to see who you are, and that goes to John in Kentucky as well. Now, you guys huddle up and try to actually exhaust people's shows, airtime, but this is the truth. If you have to dig up things like that to be who you are and find out who you are, you were lost before you even looked.
Yeah. Totally, man. That's pretty deep. Men's History Month. Great advice.
Talk to you later, James.
Thank you, man. Take care.
All right.
Bye. Cook Super Chat or two from I read this one, I think. Oh, no. Yeah. There's Cesar or Cesar, 3 coffees. Sup, Hake? This is a Wednesday coffee, since you'll be reading yesterday's coffee today. Indeed. You're dressed up as if it's picture day at school today. LOL. Lots of laughs. Hat tip to the late, great Colin Flaherty, an Irishman whom I love and admire. He was deported early from this earth. Okay, he was taken from us. Colin Flaherty, men's history hero, Irishman, American. He said he called JLP the most important man in the country. Nice. Did you always wear something nice for those days back in your time? I did. Or I would wear like my favorite t-shirt or sometimes or something. Picture day. Yeah, I saw your coffee, Cesar or Cesar, and I was chuckling about it when William III from California was laughing at my shirt. For the audio podcast listeners, I mean, you'll probably see you may or may not see a thumbnail of which includes a picture of me in my shirt, but it's a button-up shirt, and it has, can you hear that scratching? It has sort of like it has a texture to it, like a pattern, sewn together pattern. I think it's 100% cotton, and it says, I don't know, it's sort of I don't know how to describe it, but it's whatever. It's a button-up shirt. Short sleeve, of course, because I like to be comfortable. Nice. Anyway, if I remember correctly, last Friday, Mark said that continues Cesar or Cesar with his coffees. If I remember correctly last Friday, Mark said that just like the Jews, Muslims don't respect Jesus, but that's incorrect. Muslims view Jesus as a messenger of God and a human prophet. But you're more than welcome to correct me, Mark, in case that I'm putting words in your mouth, says Cesar or Cesar. That's all from me today. I'm trying to make sure I don't send this coffee too late. That way you can get to it. Be safe, everybody. Thanks, hands. Celebration hands. Thank you, sir. It's ma'am. But respect or no respect, most people don't even know Jesus. Like Jesus is going to say to many even of the so-called Christians, away from me, I never knew you. At least that's what the Bible says. Whew. Fair warning, right? Ronnie from Ohio bought a coffee. What are your views on white nationalism? He asks. Mark brought it up, but I didn't hear much from you about the topic. I appreciate your perspective as always, brother. I see it as something kind of scary seeming, makes you nervous. Not you necessarily, not even, well, me a little bit, because it's such a taboo mainly, because people overreact to the notion. And Muslims versus J's on Jesus. I'm just taking a little bit of notes. Ronnie, ICWN, WN, short for white nationalism, as, oh my goodness, I got to end. As something of a bit of a, I see it as sort of like a bit of a taboo, but shouldn't be such the taboo that it is. A lot of people identify with it out of anger, and especially like it's like a rebelliousness and an anger, and it's insane. And so both the white nationalists and the white nationalist haters are kind of crazy. And I unfortunately I can't give you much more than that because I got to wrap up, and I don't want to shortchange all of my callers. I got to get to beautiful Maze, who doesn't add much to my show. Out of the sundown town of Dayton, Ohio. How you doing, Maze?
Hello, gents.
Hey.
You got two rotten people that always want to spread hatred. And for Ronnie, he does a good job with what he does. Don't get upset with Ronnie. Prove him wrong. And then the young lady that was talking to you, she couldn't get entangled in something that she can't handle.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right.
I don't care. I can care less what people think about me. But tell Mark when he dies, he's going to be black.
No. That's not the real him. That's just his body.
And tell both of them to stop whining because they just like the whiners. They whine, whine, whine. Stand up and be a man.
On Men's History Month. Men's history and men's advice for men from beautiful
Maze. They cannot handle this. Because if they could, get in my maze and you would be in a mess. And
don't get lost in the maze.
David Duke and Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh was a drug addict, wasn't he?
Yeah, for a bit.
And you like him.
I love him.
He led you all to be in to think that somebody was taking your place. That's all he did.
And he was right.
Really? No, he was. He lives in Rio Linda.
Huh?
He lives in Rio Linda in Sacramento.
Nice.
Oh, he did. But he messed y'all up.
He didn't mess me up.
No, to the haters.
He was a great example, and many people become addicts of something or other: food, S word, women, people pleasing.
Heathens. The two heathens that called in here don't want nobody else to call.
Hey.
We gave you. I didn't participate because I wanted to see what history that you know. Mark has no history. All he did was burn the Klan stuff and the Klan people. And showed
that's history. I looked up many of the things he said, and it was even written about in Wikipedia. That's history.
Other people that he said, and you pulled it up, and it was about Caucasian Klanmen, and that's where he want to go back to. Those days are over. But when you die, you're going to be black. So that should tell you.
That's
something.
just your skin may turn black, but that's just your dead skin. It's no longer even yours. It was your body on loan from God. It's not you.
In that poem.
Yep.
We never had no points like that when we grew up.
I gotta end,
So
Maze.
the Wigger got it wrong. Have a good one, James.
You too, beautiful Maze. Take care.
Yeah.
All right. That snake poem was written by a black, I heard, if I was reading that website correctly. But I got to go, guys. So that means that beautiful Rick and beautiful Anthony, Hampton, Virginia, SoCal, peace in the Middle East, and the rest of the callers and the super chatters. Catch you tomorrow, hopefully, or on Punchie TV. Call in. Anchor Baby up next. Bye, guys.